What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. I had a request for me to share another testimony from somebody, so I guess I'll do it. This one's about, I guess, the first time that God showed himself to me. It was a Tuesday night way back in 2004, and me and my sister were at Bible study at church, and my dad called me on my Nextel, them old school days, chip chip, and I knew something wasn't right, so he called me, and I go outside, and he's telling me that my grandma, his mom, who was the most important woman in my life at the time and raised me and everything, was had a stroke and was in a hospital bed, and the doctor said she was unresponsive. She could hear everything, but there's no way in the world that she could respond. And so me and my sister, we rush out of church and go to the hospital that day, and all the family comes in, my uncle, my dad, and my sister, and we all say goodbyes to my grandma. And I requested for special time so I could say my personal goodbye. And I'd say again, like the doctor said, she couldn't respond. There's no way in the world she could respond. And I got beside her left side on the hospital bed, and I just started praying to God if there was a way that she could hear me, that she could be able to respond. And I prayed for about 30 minutes to God for that, and not 30 minutes, 30 seconds. And man, next thing you know, my grandma, she just started raising her hand. She started raising her left hand like this, shaking. It was shaking, and I grabbed hold of her hand, and she squeezed the ever-living life out of my hand. I honestly believe she was just waiting for me, but that's the doctors and scientists, they can't explain what God can do. And I was 14 at the time. She ended up passing within the hour after that. I believe she was just waiting for me to come and say goodbyes. But this is the first time that I really prayed to God, and he unfolded a miracle in front of me. So that just anchored my belief in it so much, of him and the possibilities he could do. And I think that's the hardest thing that some people face, is they haven't seen miracles firsthand or been unfold, or much less even prayed to God to let them see a miracle. And I think that's what a lot of people miss out on in life, is you got to put yourself out there willing and have faith. One little mustard seed can move mountains, and that's in us, the same as Jesus. That's one thing I think the church and everything gets so miscombobulated, is we have the same powers. We can pray out stuff. We can see miracles. We can heal people. You just have to believe. And so that started my journey of believing, and it started my journey of knowing that God was on my side. So I tested it my whole life. And I was just listening to somebody that follows me and wanted me to share another testimony. So here's one. I hope y'all like it. Have a good day.